With this video, we are unlocking an easy button for 2025 with 5 cars we can sell for fast cash, starting with the 2002 to 2012 model Nissan Altima. Number one reason for the 2002 to 2012 model Altima is styling. Although people want to save money, they don't want to look like they're driving a 25-year-old car, because the styling of the 2012 Altima started in 2002. You could pick up a 2002 model Altima, and roughly small changes like headlights, little tweaks to the car, you can make it look like a much newer vehicle than ultimately what it is. And these vehicles typically go pretty cheap at auction. You can get a 2002 model to 2000, I would say 6 to 2008 for somewhere in the range of maybe 800 bucks. And a slightly newer one from maybe 2008 to 2012 will probably run you somewhere in the range of about 1,500 bucks. But either way, you are still with a relatively cheap car that will easily sell for a target price of under $3,000. And that's typically what people want to be at with really cheap cars. A cheap, reliable car will generally run you about $3,000. So that's generally where you want to be at. Second reason why I like the 2002 to 2012 model Nissan Altima: reliability, not too bad. They did have some issues early on with the transmission, CVT transmission in those cars. However, it's relatively reliable. So low maintenance and affordability. It's a perfect recipe for a car that will sell fast. Now for our next car on the list, we are looking at the 2011 model to 2015 model Chevy Cruze. Chevy Cruze, again, very reliable, low maintenance car, which is what people like to see. These cars typically go at auction anywhere from, I would say, on the low end about 1,200 bucks. The higher end you might spend about 1,800 bucks. But unlike the Nissan Altima, number one car, these cars have a much better transmission. I would say go with one without the turbocharged car, because the turbocharged car wasn't quite as reliable. Sometimes people ask you if you have the turbocharged car because they act like they want the turbocharged car, but generally people would rather have the one that is not turbocharged because it's definitely less maintenance, and we want cars that have low maintenance and affordable, because that's a recipe for having cars that will sell fast. And like I say, these cars generally you can pick up in the range of 1,200 to maybe 1,800 bucks with one with lower miles and slightly better condition. But either way, these cars easily sell for up under $3,000, and that's typically what we want to stay at with our fast car. For our third car on the list, we're looking at the third to fourth generation Ford Explorer. So third generation to the fourth generation Ford Explorer, and I believe these were from 2002 to 2010. These you can typically pick up at auction easily for up under, I would say, $1,500. If you get one that's a little rough, that might need just a little more love and a few miles on it, you can probably even get it for less than $1,000 at auction. Now that's excluding both four-wheel drive and the leather, I think, XLT model. Those are going to go for more money, but and the third row seating. So third row seating, leather, and four-wheel drive, you probably will not get in this price range. But if you get the base model, you can easily find one of these in most cases for less than $1,000. And for less than $1,000, these cars sell very easily under, say, $2,500 to $3,000. These Ford Explorers, they generally never get old, so you can't go wrong with a Ford Explorer. So this would be my third pick for our 5 cars that we can get for fast cash. And number 4 would be the 2002 model through 2010 Volvo XC90. Bit of a controversial pick, but let me explain. People who buy Volvo XC90s generally only buy Volvo XC90, so it's an easy car to sell because you generally do not have to search for buyers. They're already out looking for you. So if you can find one of these, which they're typically at auction all the time for up under $1,000, these typically fly under the radar. For a cheap luxury SUV, 2002 to 2010 Volvo XC90, you really can't go wrong. Now, Reliability isn't quite where it would be on the first three cars. They're not as reliable. However, people who buy them, as I said, they already know what to expect, so you don't have to worry about um, people calling you worrying if the car's gonna be reliable or not. Because generally, only people calling you for a Volvo XC90 are people who buy already Volvo XC90, so you don't have to worry about those phone calls. But these cars easily sell for up under $1,500 at auction any day of the week. And for an SUV, luxury SUV for under $3,000, it's a no-brainer. So this car will be an easy pick for our fourth car on the 5 cars that we can buy and sell for fast cash. For my last car on the list will be the 2002 model to 2007 Cadillac CTS, little luxury sedan. And these cars definitely fly under the radar. I like to buy cars that fly under the radar at auction because less competition, frankly. You don't have as many people bidding against you. And these cars, any day of the week, I would say with maybe 150,000 miles to maybe 190K miles, these cars typically at auction will easily go from anywhere from maybe $800 to $1,200 fair condition. And a luxury sedan for less than $3,000 is an easy buy. Believe me, I buy and sell these cars all the time for this price, so I already know these go pretty decent. So the 2002 or the 02 to 07 Cadillac CTS. So these are my top 5 picks for cars you can buy and sell for fast cash at auction. Be sure to like, subscribe if you're interested in more videos like this. I will be starting a video series on a series of different cars that you can buy and sell at auction for cheap to turn a fast profit, just like this video. So like, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.